ShartimusPrime, ShartimusPrime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it. Taking bad hits, taking back hits. Subscribe for more things.
Dinner? Hey, what's up you guys? ShartimusPrime here doing another Marvel Legends action figure review on two figures. We're reviewing the Marvel Legends Monster Venom Build-A-Figure Waves Venom and Carnage. If you're trying to order this set, you can do so at
Big. Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
So I'm doing a paired review with these figures because they're repaints and we're getting some new accessories too, which I'm looking forward to. Anyway, on the side of each of the packaging, you can see a nice image of Venom right there. We get a nice image of Carnage. And then on the very back, you can see some cool looking product shots. There's a read-up on Venom. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. There's a read-up on Cletus, Kasady, aka Carnage. If you want to read it, go ahead and pause it now. And then there's the other figures from the wave. I like how they have the headshots right there. That's kind of neat. And then on this side, you can see that same image of Carnage and then Venom over there. And then we get this nice spot varnished Venom logo on each at the top of the packaging. And not much more at the bottom, so let's get to it and crack these things open. And here's Venom and Carnage out of the packaging. And both cool looking figures. I mean, if you never picked up the first Carnage or Venom figures that we'd gotten, here you go. You get a second opportunity to pick these up. And they are good looking pieces. I do have gripes about them though. I'm very excited about the Carnage figure over anything else. We're getting accessories that we've all been wanting for quite a long time. However, the Eddie Brock figure is kind of disappointing me a little bit, especially with that head sculpt. So let's get a closer look. Now, not including the Build-A-Figure piece, the only accessory we get with this figure are the interchangeable heads, and I guess this whole symbiote accessory.
It's not symbiote, it's symbiote, you idiot!
Which is actually kind of cool. I do like this piece right here. It does add a lot to it, and I actually like how the face looks of Eddie Brock. It does look accurate to the comics from what I remember. He has those big bushy black eyebrows, which is very accurate to the character. They actually kind of look a little brown though, but yeah, he did have black eyebrows, which is fine if it's like a really dark brown. I guess it could make a little bit more sense. And you know, he has this big strong jaw and everything. It looks like Eddie Brock to me. So it's really just the size of the head that's really bothering me with this. It's just too freaking big, man. But I do like how the hair came out, you know. He has his flat top over here and everything. So it's not a bad head sculpt. It's just really, really large. And this whole extra symbiote piece right over here, you know, that just, you know, kind of hides how big the head is. Because you could go ahead and take this off. You can see how it's plugged in right there. You could remove that. And the head looks even bigger to me anyway. I don't know. We'll take a look from farther away. If you don't believe me, sometimes people disagree with me on that whole big head thing. But, oh well, that's my opinion. It's my review. My opinions, right? You can make your own review, your own opinions. Or you can leave a comment down below letting me know what you think. I'll read them. But anyway, looking at the Venom head sculpt, I do like it. It's very similar to the last one that we had seen from the Absorbing Man wave. They just replaced the tongue and they didn't add any of the green paint right there. I do prefer this one more. I also don't like how the white is missing right here in the back. I don't know if that's on purpose or if it's from the packaging or not, but yeah, it's, you know, got some paint missing, so that does bother me some. And then you can see a bit of marbling right here, so that's a little disappointing. That can be frustrating. Now that I have this extra head sculpt, I'm going to see what it's like to try to Dremel deeper into that head and see if I can get that resting on there. And then you can see kind of like the pork rind head sculpt, we're getting a little bit of this greenish bluish hue in the plastic, which I really dig. And then if you just want to see how it looks, you know, putting this back on here and then getting the pork rind head sculpt on there, because, you know, they are wave mates and everything. So this is probably what Hasbro had in mind for you to use for your pork rind head sculpt with the whole symbiote effect going on right there. This is a really cool effect. I really do like this a lot, but yeah, it's just that in this head, you know, I feel like it's still a bit too big for the rest of the body anyway. As far as the rest of the figure goes, I really feel like Hasbro's trying to do something new here. I feel like they're adding more paint. You can see it's just a little bit more glossy looking compared to that Absorbing Man wave figure. So you can see this is a lot more matted, and I do like this effect. It's just not consistent. You can see we have it on the legs and a little bit on the lower torso. You can see that bluish hue coming through just a little bit, and I really dig that, but it's not anywhere on the torso, and it just feels like it's really missing. I'm just not seeing it right here. Maybe it's there and it's just really, really faint. But yeah, there's definitely a lack of consistency right here between the arms and the torso, and that frustrates me some. The whole Venom logo came out decent, you know, not the cleanest, not particularly cleaner than the older version. You can see how similar they are, you know. So I really don't have a serious preference as far as the Venom logo goes. They're just slightly different from each other. Looking on the back, you can see the paint apps right there, paint app comparison. But yeah, I gotta say, I do like how the Absorbing Man one looks more. I feel like the paint on this is a lot more consistent than it is with this one. And you can see they take that new paint all the way down to the feet right there, but yeah, it just seems like it's missing on the torso. Now to get into that articulation, you can see the head does look a bit large, right? Am I alone on this? I don't know, let me know in the comments. But anyway, you can move the head all the way up with this new Eddie Brock head sculpt, and you can move the head all the way down. You get side-to-side motion and a little bit of head pivoting right here. Shoulders move outward that much, downward, rotate 360, bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and the wrist turn side to side and hinge up and down, ab crunch forward, ab crunch back. You can see they painted it all the way through on both sides. A little bit of gap edge, but you're not going to bend them, if you haven't bent it forward that much, that's still really good. You get a waist swiveler, and then you get hips moving outward, and then you'll kick forward that much, back the tiniest bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankles move down, ankles move up, and he does have the ankle pivot. Then aside from the Build-A-Figure piece and the two head sculpts, here's the accessories that we get with Carnage, and a bit unfortunate that Venom didn't come with interchangeable hands. The Absorbing Man wave, he came with two sets of hands, but yeah, we only get fisted hands with Venom, but we get the hands that we'd seen with Carnage before, and then we get these added ones right here, which I think are fantastic. I really like them a lot. Get all the super long nails right over there. You can see some symbiote tendrils, gooping out and everything. So I really like that. Nice detail in the sculpt. I really like this. And it's made out of a fairly soft material. It's not too stabby or anything. And then we get this axe, which is so awesome. I'm really, really happy about the axe. That's like probably my favorite Carnage weapon that I see him use. I just really dig it a lot. That is incredible. Very pleased with that. You can see there's a bit of shimmer in the plastic right here too. So that's kind of neat. And it's coming out of his fist, so you can see the symbiote goop, going around and everything. That is very cool. I'm really pleased with this. And it's worth noting that this is the only hand that has a hinge that goes side to side, like rolling the dice. The rest of them move up and down. And then here's looking at the Cletus Kasady head sculpt, and I love it. This is fantastic. This is really one of the best comic head sculpts that I've seen from Hasbro. I am very pleased. Straight out of the comic book pages, we have this Cletus Kasady, and it is just amazing to me. I do have one gripe, and I feel like this eye is a bit cockeyed. Just a little bit, maybe this one a little bit too, but that's not really bothering me that much because this guy is supposed to be crazy as hell, and having some weird eyes like that isn't outside of character, so I'm giving it a pass. Others may not, but hey, I still think it looks incredible. I love the red hair. The curls in his hair sculpt look fantastic. I like the flesh tone. Man, I like how the teeth came out. He has a bit of an overbite, but again, that doesn't bother me. I like how the nose and everything came out. It just screams Cletus Kasady to me. They just killed it. As a side note, I'm curious to know which actor you think should play Cletus Kasady. Please let me know. I always thought Kevin Bacon would be great, but I think he's a little too old for that character right now. But yeah, really cool looking Cletus Kasady. Yeah, that looks awesome. Love that curly hair. Very, very cool, man. They did such a good job with this. I'm so pleased with that. I can't stop looking at it. Yeah, and it goes. And then, yeah, so, nothing new here except for that little scuff. So, thank you very much. And then a little bit of paint splotch right there. And a little dot right there. So, not the most perfect Carnage head sculpt, but still pretty good. You can see that they're adding this new shimmer to the plastic. And it's not exactly like the same kind of deal that they did with Venom. But there is definitely more of kind of like this shimmer going on, or this glossy glisten that's happening in the plastic over here. We've seen these tendrils before and everything. On the previous version, it just ports into the back. You have to detach that when you're opening the figure up and everything. But you can see in the arms right here, it's a bit glossier, Now, I like how it looks in person, but when taking photos, it's kind of annoying because you get a lot more hot spots on your figure, But it's not the worst thing in the world. And I think this whole thing with this glossy effect is a bit more consistent than it was with the Venom figure. You can see it's a different type of plastic right here on the torso than it is on the arm. Same deal with the Venom. But this does have a shimmer that's not the same, but kind of similar to how it looks right here on the appendages. So that works out okay. I actually really like this Carnage a lot. This is looking really good. I love all the paint details throughout. Looks great. I mean, very similar to the previous figure that we've seen, but, it's worth looking at all the details again, because for the most part, the paint apps came out pretty spot on. See that glisten right there? I think I like that, I like that shinier kind of look, but then again, it's annoying when taking pictures. But Still looks cool, man. Very, very happy with it. And looking at the figure from farther away, yeah, see, the glossy effect looks a lot more consistent to me. Anyway, to go over the articulation with the new head sculpt, you can see it can move all the way up and move all the way down, side-to-side motion. Not much head pivoting. Shoulders can move outward that much, move downward, and rotate a full 360. You get bicep rotation, and then we get double jointed elbows, double jointed elbows, there they go, and then all of the hands turn side to side and hinge up and down except for the axe hand, which we just went over, and then he can crunch forward this much and back that much, waist swivel, hips move outward, and he can kick forward, back a tiny bit, upper thigh cut, double jointed knees, calf rotation, ankles move down, ankles move up, and he does have the ankle pivot. And to measure out these two figures, you can see the Carnage figure is standing just under 7 inches tall, closer to 6.5 inches, and then the Venom figure is standing at 7 inches tall. Then here's the new Venom and Carnage figures next to their previous versions. We have the Absorbing Man Waves Venom, then we have the Amazing Spider-Man 2 Waves Carnage right there. And wow, I can't believe this figure came out 4 years ago. Was that really 4 years ago? And then here's the new Venom and Carnage Marvel Legends figures next to notably awesome versions of these characters. We have the Marvel Select Venom, then we have the Marvel Select Carnage. And then here's Venom and Carnage next to the other figures from this wave that I've already reviewed. We have Poison, Typhoid Mary, and then we have the Spider-Ham. And then here's the Venom and Carnage figures next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Letdown Spider-Man. Ooh, you're both here. Oh, come on, family picture. Get out of the way, right? Yeah, there you go. All right, you guys, ready for the family picture? All right, here we go. So I gotta give you guys a big thanks again for watching my video. I really do appreciate it, especially when you guys watch these videos all the way from the beginning to the end. It really helps with the algorithm, and it really helps this YouTube channel a lot. And it especially helps a lot for those of you that are able to help support this YouTube channel and enter the giveaways. So I really appreciate it. Thanks so much, you guys. And it also helps when you hit that like button, leave your comment down below letting me know what you think of these figures. Please let me know what you think of this review, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and notification bell if you have not already. I like that Carnage figure a lot. I mean, this Carnage figure is just incredible. I'm just very pleased. My complaints are minimal, and I'm just really happy with it. The Venom figure, a bit disappointing. I don't know if I'm alone here on the big head thing, but yeah, the head just looks really big on this figure. Both of the heads do, and I'm disappointed that the Eddie Brock head looks especially large, and I don't like that the Venom figure doesn't come with interchangeable hands too. The paint apps, I mean, I just have complaints about the Venom figure, but it's cool to have another Venom, you know. We have some new pieces here, so I'm still happy that it exists, but I'm giving the Venom figure a sud rating of,
I'll wait for the Black Friday sale.
and then going to the complete other end of the spectrum, I'm giving the Carnage figure a sud rating of,
I love it!
So again, I'd like to know what you guys think. Please leave your comments down below. If you want to see a photo gallery of images, you should find it all over at marvelousnews.com and ShartimusPrime.net. And please don't forget to follow me on the Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links to everything in the description below. I'll catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new ShartimusPrime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't. Ankles